The question is from Amitabha Roy. Swami Vivekananda once said, "For the next 50 years, this alone shall be our keynote. This, our great mother India. Let all other vain gods disappear for that time from our minds. This is the only God that is awake, our own race. Everywhere his hands, everywhere his feet, everywhere his ears. He covers everything." It is clear that Swamiji in that statement was trying to strongly encourage his countrymen to engage in karma yoga for the upliftment of India. At the same time, Swamiji preached the harmony of the 4 yogas, which includes Bhakti Yoga. Then does not the Swami contradict himself when he uses the word vain gods in the above saying?
Yes. So the question is this. In one in the same sentence, Swami Vivekananda says, let go of the worship of all vain gods. This is about 50 years before the independence of India. Vivekananda is speaking to Indians and saying that from now on, for the next 50 years, let this be the worship, our worship, this motherland, this race of ours. And it's interesting, 50 years later, India got her independence. But see what a tremendous application of Vedanta it is. What he has done here is, he has given us a deeper understanding of what God is. So when he says vain, give up the worship of vain gods. And then he says worship this one God that this is. He's quoting from the Gita. Sarvato tat akshi shiror mukham sarvata pani padam tat. Everywhere are the hands and feet. Everywhere are the heads and eyes and ears of that. Sarvam avritya tishtati. That same divinity exists, covering, pervading everything. Let worship that. And let all other worship aside. He is literally talking about the Vishwarupa, the cosmic form of God. And specifically he is limiting it to India for the Indians for that period. So these are different conceptions of God, higher and higher conceptions of God. One is the most limited. Here in this particular deity, in my village, in my that temple is there, that's my ancestral worship place, that deity of that particular name and the associated mantras and mythology, that is God for me. That's the most preliminary approach. Or God is for me Rama, and that's all, no end. Or Krishna, and no end, that is God for me. Or Christ. So that's a very preliminary approach to God. A higher approach to God is what is Vedanta, it's called Saguna Brahman, or the God of the philosophers, let's say, the deity who is the reality of this entire universe, creator, preserver, destroyer. In Vedanta, Saguna Brahman, Ishvara, Bhagavan. So that's a higher conception of God. Even higher conception of God. Not only a deity beyond this universe, but here, what is all this? Is it apart from that deity? Then that deity is limited. You have a universe which is separate, not God, and a God who is not the universe. Then both God and universe are limited. The universe is limited, we know. This is a limited universe. But you're making your God limited also. So this universe also must be divine in some sense. So that's the third conception of the divine. Not just the one limited deity. Not just the one God who appears as all the deities. But also as this entire universe. That's what Vivekananda is talking about. That's the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Where Vishwarupa, God appears as the cosmic form. But he applies it to the problems of India. Oh Indians, you have got so many, Hinduism worships God in so many names and forms. But look at your own scriptures. Your own Gita, Krishna himself says, here is my cosmic form. Where? Here, in front of you. All these hands and feet are his hands and feet. All these heads, all these eyes and ears, they're looking at you through thousands of eyes and ears. Vivekananda goes further and says, my God the sick, my God the poor, my God the starving man, my God the wicked. These are the only gods that I know and worship. No, why not the good? Why not the whose bellies are full? Why not the rich? It's true, they are God too. But where is the worship most needed right now? In the hungry, in the poor, in the suffering, even in the immoral. That's where your worship is needed right now. Because they are the ones who are suffering. That's where God is offering us the direct place of worship. So service as worship, service as spirituality. That's what Vivekananda is doing. And you see what a spiritual dimension he gives to patriotism. Not my nation above all nations, but here God manifested as my nation, and I offer myself up as worship. Yes, political activism, but also service to the poor and the sick and the needy. All of this becomes spirituality, not just your little temple and a few flowers and a few mantras chanted in front of deity. This is spirituality. This is much higher understanding of God. Beyond this also, Vedanta speaks of another final understanding of God, where you and that divinity are one reality, where you lose your individuality and God loses its godness, let's say, Ishwaratva, and there is only one absolute remaining. So we are ending with the absolute.